Well, yeah, my name is Erica Mason. I like to consider myself as an ordinary girl who just has an opportunity to speak for other ordinary girls. So I'm from Florida. It's a little small town called Williston. Some people may know about Gainesville. I'm not sure in the UK if anybody knows where Gainesville, Florida is. But yeah, I'm a small town country girl, but I have a big city dream. So I started writing music probably at the age of about think it was like 18 or 19 when I went off to college. And God really just started dealing with my heart. I wrote a song. I was in youth ministry for a while, and I wrote a song for one of my youth leaders. And whenever I did the song, it was just a bunch of people that started crying. And from there, that's when God told me, I've given you this gift of music to touch people. Will you trust me with it? And I chose to say yes. It was very difficult because I never saw myself as a rapper. I definitely wasn't as good as I have gotten today, but it's just been a process of trusting God. So I ended up going to college at the University of Florida, whoop, whoop, on a full scholarship. And so that was cool. My education was free, and I had a chance to just impact a lot of people who were on campus and stuff. And so I ended up meeting the director, Will Thomas, who's my manager now. And so ever since then, we've been making music and just sharing the love of God to people. And I have a brand that's called Pretty and Radical. The brand focuses on loving who God made you and how God made you. And basically the premise of it is just accepting who you are and how God made you and just loving that individual. I think in society we oftentimes try to fit the mold of everybody else, that we don't realize that God gave us our own mold. And so I've just learned to accept that, and so I focus on teaching other people how to accept that. So when it comes to Pretty and Radical, like I said, it's loving who God made you and how God made you. And it was cool because I had that EP. EP actually went number 35 on iTunes, and it really wasn't expected to go that route, but it did, and I was just really excited about it. But Pretty and Radical, I mean, it's really just a movement that I feel like every person in the world can be a part of. Pretty and Radical. Now, I'm an artist that kind of more so focuses on females because there's a lack in the industry for a female presence. But the reason why is because even with males, I feel like every dude wants a pretty and radical woman. Your mom should be pretty and radical. Your sister should be pretty and radical. Your girlfriend or your wife, just anybody. And so Pretty and Radical, it was really a journey for me to find myself. I had to understand who I was. And starting from those slow ballads, those are my heart. Like, anybody who knows me knows that I love doing slow ballads, hands down. But there's also other sides of me. I'm really fun and quirky. And oftentimes, I like to crack jokes, and I love who I am, and so I think that's what Pretty and Radical kind of gives a bigger exposure of my personality and who I am. I have another video that's coming out. It's actually a song from my EP. It's called No Joke, and that was a really awesome video. It was really fun creating it. And then I actually have a full project that I'm releasing in March for free for anyone to download, to share. So it's going to be basically the Pretty and Radical extended edition. So you'll get more music from me. I'm also releasing an album this year. I'm going on a tour this year. The tour is still being solidified in the works. But yeah, it's just like I tell people, just expect more music and better music. My job actually funds my music. I have a really awesome job where they support everything that I do. So they pay me very well, and they just encourage me to go follow my dreams. It's really awesome. But I do have investors and things like that also. But yeah, I mean, it didn't start like, oh, okay, I'm just going to hop into music. No, that's not really the reality. Most artists, even the ones who are signed, are still working jobs. But I get the pleasure of just taking off days or traveling throughout the weekends or week and just being able to pursue my dreams. So it kind of feels like full-time because I'm literally doing something towards music like every single day, whether I'm traveling, whether I'm in the studio, whether I'm in branding and network meetings or something like that. So yeah, it's a constant go.
Yeah, you're in the Atlanta sunshine, and here in the UK it's actually nighttime.
You see it? Really? That's awesome.
It's like 9 p.m. So where are you right now?
I I am literally at one of my producers' studios. I'm outside, actually, of the studio. So right now, they are currently making some beats for the new album. That should be fun.
That's cool. I was just thinking, I don't know if it's possible on Facebook, but it would be great if I could record it, but I have no idea how to do it, so I'm not even going to try. But
yeah, I was about to say, there is a way, but I don't know how to do it either.
Yeah, no, that just complicated things, wouldn't it? So
I know, for real.
Yo, so let's talk a bit more. So tell us, obviously you told us you've got the tour coming up, but you haven't got a date set in stone for that yet. So just tell us what else you're doing, because obviously you're doing promos all the time. Are you working on any singles right now or collaborations?
Yes, actually that's what I'm here for. I'm working on singles right now as we literally speak. So one of them, it's called Over You, and the concept of the song is basically just saying how I'm so crazy over God, but it's got like a little spin to it. It's more so from a perspective of a relationship. Like, I'm literally in love with God, so the song Over You, it's going to be really, really awesome. Hopefully we can get it out to you all by like May. But the next single that you all will be seeing would be, let's see, No Joke, and then there's another song. It's called The Outro, and it's basically where I'm expressing how I feel about the industry, the music industry, and just, I guess, the Christian world and where we are, especially in America. American Christianity, I don't necessarily have issues with it, but I feel like we have come to like a place where we're very watered down, and we're just trying to appease a lot of people. And so I kind of talk about how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's cool. Actually, just before I came on today, I was looking at a video with Lecrae, and he was on he was on a radio station, and he was chatting about the kind of American conservative church and how they got like kind of a different view on, like, towards him especially, and it's a bit, it's a bit kind of I don't know.
No, I can picture that. I can definitely picture that. I've been kicked out of churches before as well, so. I mean, unfortunately, it's sad because sometimes when you don't really, when you're not really open to God, you miss what He's really trying to do. So I get it. I can understand where He's coming from, especially saying when I was kicked out of a church.